Thank you so much, Mayor Grijalva, for accepting the invitation so we can meet and talk about Douglas. Today, I have the opportunity to talk with Mayor Jose Grijalva of Douglas, Arizona. He accepted an invitation. And, Mayor, thanks.
No, para eso estoy. Even though it's on a Saturday, I'm never off. Don't worry
Yeah,
about it.
24/7,
Mhm,
setting the example. Thank you so
mhm,
much. Um, Pretty much, I'm a Douglas graduate, right? And it's great what I see in the city, right? The work you're doing, and just want to give you kudos with that. I see you working day in, day out, so congrats with that. And obviously, me as a realtor, my job is to promote the community, right? As a listing agent, commercial property. But, basically, what I want to ask you is why Douglas? Why to invest in Douglas?
For many years we used to say Douglas is open for business, but then it'd be hard to get people down here, to get businesses down here. Now it's we're open for business, but how can we accommodate you? So when we go and talk to business, it's what kind of land do you need, and then I have staff look over and see what kind of land that could be useful for them. So we're really trying to make it as smooth as possible. As before, it was, hey, well, if you want to come, you can come. Now we want you here, so how can we get you here? So that's the different mindset, and it's more community oriented because I'm around the community all the time. I go to the gym, just for an example, 6 7 times a week. So I like to talk to people. I like to be around people. I like to walk around, talk to businesses, see what they need. So it's more of a personal feel. I want people to be comfortable with me, and that's something you haven't seen before. Not talking negative about my predecessors, but you wouldn't see a lot of mayors around. So I try to change that. And I promise myself once I get into office, I'm not going to change because that was my complaint, towards my predecessor. So, I mean, it's going smoothly, and it's been less than a year that we've seen a lot of changes here.
No, that's exciting, and yes, you're everywhere. You're everywhere, Johnny on the spot, right? And as far as investments, I know the port of entry is huge, right? Can you tell us a little bit about that?
It's going to be the most modern port of entry in the nation with climate control. So if you're bringing produce or anything that's sensitive to the environment, to the climate, you're going to be in basically like a refrigerator, so it doesn't go bad. So we're going to hopefully we're going to be the envy of the commercial trucking industry, because even if it's out of the way, at least you know that you don't have to wait 4 hours out in the hot weather. Something might go bad. So here, it's going to be more convenient for them too. Uh, as far as trade goes, I've been meeting with mayors from Sonora trying to push trade all the way from Guaymas to push down here to Douglas because they have a seaport. So we've also gotten attention all the way from Oaxaca, down in Mexico,
Oh
because
wow,
they have a mezcal warehouses over there, and industry, so they want to bring that over here. So it's just reaching out to them, and I think that's important too. We haven't done that before. We've waited for them to knock on our door. I'm over there knocking on their door, and just trying to set the example of, hey, we're open for business here. We want you. We can accommodate you in any way that we can.
that's so exciting for the community, and it's going to be the best, the most modern,
Mhm.
right? The most modern port of entry. That's exciting. What that means for the community, you know, just more traffic coming
Mhm.
in, and more traffic, more good things
Mhm.
happen. So, I mean, that's great. And what would you say is, if you could share a little bit like of the community or the vision for your vision for Douglas for these next years?
Well, my vision when I started was, what do we need? What do my constituents want and need? And it's more special events. So we're having more special events. Just this month, we had a Native American festival that we never had here before. We also have a quarterly or seasonal wrestling events, which has brought in a lot of attention because we sponsor it. And one of the conditions is you got to bring a wrestler from back in the day, right? So we've gotten those gyms full of people just coming from out of town. The last one we had here in October, we had people from Tucson and Phoenix come down. So they come and they spend their money here. We also have hopefully a boxing event. It's going to be announced soon in March. And they want to do that twice a year. So that's going to be big because I mean that's things that we've never had before here. Community wise, we've all said the kids need somewhere to go. So a Boys and Girls Club is going to be here in Douglas for the first time ever.
Wow.
with the city. We sponsored the seed money because they told me, well, we can go down there, but we have to fundraise. I said, no, we want you to get you down here as soon as possible because that's an incentive for businesses too and for people to move here. If we have something for their kids to do, that they'll want to move here. So, we're moving along. We also got an asphalt plant for the first time, a more modern one where we can fix our streets, and then hopefully we can sell
Wonderful.
asphalt to other cities so it could pay for itself.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much. Thank you so much for that information, for your time, and on a Saturday. And Mayor Grijalva, as we take a look at this, from the same side of the table, I mean, why wouldn't investors want to come to Douglas? It's great weather, great people, and great opportunity. So there you go. Thank you.
Thank you, and you have my information. If you have anybody that wants to come down here, they can call me at any time, and I'll meet with
Thank you. No, I he will meet with you. He will
them.
meet with you. He met with me. He'll meet with you. Um, Looking forward to Douglas and many great things to happen here in Douglas. Thank you.